Hello there, welcome back to another live stream on ARK Survival Ascended. Last time we started on this tech base, this modern tech base here at the south part of the island, and yeah, today the plan is to continue that, maybe try and finish it. We'll see how far we can get. But in the meantime, I have done some work. I've done some painting of the structure. Now, I don't know if I like all of the painting that I've done or whether I will, maybe do a combination of what I've done and try out some other things. But what I've tried to do, and it's pretty difficult to spot, but these are painted white, which turns them into slightly lighter material than they normally are. It's quite difficult to spot. Like, this is the normal structure and that is the painted version. It's not too different. Also, it kind of depends on the way the light hits it, I guess. And then I've painted these lines that we have going on here completely black. For now, I've also painted the roof black. I'm actually not quite sure if I like that. I think I might want to have it different to these lines because now it blends in too much with each other. So I might do it like a color, or I might just change it back to the default one. I'm not quite sure yet. But yeah, I have been playing around with that, trying to see what looks better than, just having everything being the same boring plain material everywhere, because that definitely doesn't look very good. So yeah, been playing around with that a little bit. And then we have another big change is we can actually see through these glass windows now. I was planning on using the custom cosmetics that are available now, and you could really have like a completely open clear window. But for some reason my custom cosmetics are not working anymore. I can't select anything. So instead, I've installed a mod that basically allows you to change the look of the greenhouse walls, which are normally looking like this, to something which is a little bit more clear, and you can actually enjoy your view. So yeah, I think this is the best option for now. Also, a big plus for this is that also the sloped versions of the greenhouse stuff can be made into these windows, which means now they finally look a little bit more like windows. I think I would still prefer them to be more of a hole and not having all these lines between them, but we'll take what we can get without having like actual mods installed. So I think that will work. And then in the meantime, also what I discovered with the recent update, I mean, personally was more worried about modded servers breaking and stuff like that, but they've actually added new pillar variants for every material, which is very cool to have. I love this little wooden thing, and then we've got the tech one and the stone one and then the metal one. For some reason, they've added all these thin variants to the pillars, and then they didn't think about adding the beam version of these as well. But I mean, I'll take it. Any extra building blocks that we can get for vanilla ARK, I will definitely take very gladly, because we'll be able to use them in some builds for sure. But yeah, that's kind of cool that we have those now as well. And with that being said, let's get into the build today. So last time we made the A-frame, which is actually going to be the middle of the base. It's going to be the center hub of the entire base. Then we also built the left side, which is going to be everything dino related. So cryo fridge, hatching place, everything like that will have going on the left side of the base. Then on top, it's actually also like a helipad, so we can actually park Orion or Nathan and stuff like that on there. Then the middle part, the top part of the A-frame up here, is basically going to be the living quarter. So this is basically the house, and then underneath it's basically like a dino garage, dino pen. Here we can store all of our dinos down below, And then we're gonna build today on the other side of the build, on the right side, we're gonna build the workshop quarters and the storage. So basically another big wing, probably a little bit bigger than we did on the other side, for everything related to storage, to crafting, whatever. And we'll completely deck out this base to be the ultimate tech base, modern base, but pretty sure you could get most of this with metal as well. If you don't want to waste a lot of element stuff to get this. First of all, let's change away the rain. Hello there, Padina. Welcome in. Let's see. Let me get the weather controls. We'll change it to a little bit early in the day, and we'll clear the skies so that we can actually see what we're working on. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so yeah, I kind of like it. We have some work to do. I have been painting it a little bit to kind of have differences between the materials, but I'll probably play around with that a little bit more as we go on. I need to be in this tab. Let's grab ourselves a bunch of materials again so that we can get started with building the next part. Okay. I also kind of need to remind myself what kind of structures we need to place in this. We definitely want to have a place for the replicator. I feel like it would be cool to implement the transmitter as well. Force field is, I guess, a bonus. Doesn't really have any purpose for us. Generator, we definitely need to figure out that one. Probably somewhere in the middle. And then I guess the trough as well. Cloning chamber. I guess we do that in the dino part as well. But mostly we're gonna need to make a bunch of builds. Okay, let's see if we have everything that we need. We have the wall going on, sloped wall, the roof probably, ceiling. Okay, and I'm definitely also going to need a bunch of greenhouse stuff as well. Okay, that will probably be enough to get us started. So what I kind of want to do, just for my own mental image, is kind of see how big these are. The replicator is definitely one of the biggest things that we need to have in the crafting section, I guess. The tech trough is something that we would have in here, maybe placed over here. Not sure what the range on this is. Can we see that? Yes, so this would feed the entire laboratory wing. I guess what we want to do in this case, we probably want to have one on the other side as well. So that both sides of the garage are being covered, and most of the workshop probably will be covered as well. Okay, that's good to know. Now I know the generator isn't that big. The transmitter isn't that big. How big? Oh my lord. Yeah, this is not gonna fit inside at all. This is not even gonna fit here. I don't know if we can fit in the cloning chamber. This is huge. Jeez. Okay, maybe we'll leave out the cloning chamber, because I feel like, yeah, unless we place it somewhere outside, we're never gonna fit that in a build. Look at how insanely big this is. That is insane. Okay, just for fun, let's see what it looks like. That is huge. That is insanely huge. Yeah, I thought I could fit it inside. I definitely cannot. It looks cool though. It looks very cool. But I don't think we can fit that in the scale of this base. Unless I make like a major addition, but I don't think we will. I don't really see the need for cloning either. Okay, so what I want to do is basically make an entire extra wing for the build where we're gonna have or crafting or storage and everything. So I'm kind of debating how do we connect that up? Because I feel like we want to probably do this, but this is going to run out of space very quickly. So this can only be not too big, I guess. Which is fine. We can have multiple layers to this whole base. Okay. Okay, for this one we could fit it all the way up to here, which would already give us some interesting shapes. We're definitely gonna have to get rid of a bunch of these these plants growing around. Okay, so we could have a smaller shape in the front, maybe, and then a bigger shape in the back. I think that could be nice, you know, working with a little bit of layers to build. Probably would be good. Yeah, now probably I'm gonna want to fill in this as well. Do we want to extend this? We could. Okay. I think we're gonna first get rid of a bunch of all these plants and trees that are in our way. Because otherwise it's going to be quite difficult to actually see how much space we got going on here. Because there's a bunch of trees growing right into our new platform. There we go. I think we got rid of all of them there, maybe? Nope. There's a hidden tree still. There's so many trees. There we go. Well, finally got rid of all the trees there. Okay, well. Jeez, there's so much trees on top of each other here. Oh yeah, our greenhouse might be a cool addition as well. Okay, well. Are you a tree? Nope. I don't think you are a tree. I think you're like a bush. There we go. Finally, we can see the platform that we've made. Yeah, we'll clear this out a little bit. You actually already built it? That's kind of cool. Yeah, what I plan on doing is on the top layer, like on top of the A-frame, that's going to be like the living quarter. So probably a kitchen, feels like the vibe, and then a bedroom, stuff like that. You know, basically just where you can log out and you have some nice stuff, maybe some trophies, things like that. And then here we're going to have like the crafting things. For my generator, I'm probably gonna have to do one in the center, or we'll have to use two, maybe, depending on how big the radius is compared to our build. That's cool. I'm impressed that you managed to copy it so quick. Well, I guess it's not necessarily the design itself is not very complicated. I guess that's the advantage of modern builds, I guess. As soon as you know what you want to build, or if you have the shape as an example, it's quite nice to follow. Okay. Almost rid of all of these plants. Okay. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I like that we still have this little corner with plants in them. I kind of want to try and see if we can keep that around. That would be, I think that would be nice. Okay, let's make sure that we can start to build this whole structure. Okay, does it make sense? It probably does make sense to kind of try to integrate the building into or dino storage. I guess that would be convenient if you want to transfer stuff. Okay, we're gonna just start out very simple with some greenhouse walls. Now, I don't think I can already make them see-through right away. I think I'll need to, unfortunately, do that by hand afterwards. Okay. So probably want to start with seeing how high we want to make this. And this is gonna be the storage, I think. Yeah, that makes sense, I think. And I definitely need to also make some ways that you can actually go from downstairs to the upstairs area as well. Because I don't think I've done that on the other side yet. So that's also something that we need to work on. Okay. So I think it does make sense to have like a gate or something here, because you would probably want to be able to take some dinos into the storage, right? Like that feels like you would want that because of the, like an Anki or a something that is collecting your stuff for you. Let's see. We'll have to see the best way to connect this. Is that over here? Is that bringing it out a little bit further? I guess this would be just to keep in line with the normal design. It would be like that. What did we do over here? Yeah, over there we just continued kind of the shape of the A-frame. We can try and see if that works. Because then on the inside here, Yes, that could work. We go for something like this. Oh, I probably need something to connect to first, because it won't allow me to do it right now. I think that works. So we can bring in stuff through this little gate right into a storage area. We can have a bunch of storage all along this place. Feels like that makes a bunch of sense. And then this will be the start of our crafting area, where we'll also need a bunch of space probably. So I feel like we want another entrance here. Do we also want dino access here? Maybe we do, just in case. It's kind of convenient if in most of these places, I guess, your dinos can fit in. Do I want to keep this? Actually, I don't know if I want to. Okay. So we would have, geez, so many materials collected. Yeah. I feel like that is also nice from this side, because kind of means they are, we have some symmetry going on. And some easy access into our base. I guess I like that. Okay, we'll connect this up. There we go. Yeah, we'll just have to figure out what we do with the ceiling. I think for this part, we're gonna probably just keep it like low, like this. So this would be this roof layer. I guess we could also have like some roof axes if we wanted to drop off some dinos. Let's see. That's kind of big though. Large cellar door. How big is this? So that's like 4 wide or 3 wide? Yeah, I think it's by 3 by 3. Not sure if we'll be able to fit that in. Also not sure if we even need it. Okay. Do we want to kind of extend this? Oh, no. Definitely don't want to build it out of this. Do we want to extend this a little bit? So, like, get some extra space on the roof? We could, I guess. Because I think most likely what we'll do...
Hello there.
Hello there. Thank you for subscribing. I think what we'll do is we'll add a little layer around like we did on the other side. I think that looks kind of nice, and it would be nice, even though it's a different shape, to have it come back. Oh, I think I'll have to get rid of this extra layer because we do not want to have to place pillars down. So for now, we're just gonna connect the front part. Hello there, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, we're gonna connect this up again. Yeah, oh yeah, that you can't see that. That's in the beam. We already cleverly hit that on the other side, and luckily it lines up again. Okay, so we're gonna continue this all the way to the edge and this little part as well. Oh, don't need that. There we go, and probably we'll just go around like this instantly just to make this whole edge thing that we did before, because that also means that we can use this roof space as well as part of our build. So we'll have a lot of space by the time we're gonna be done with this whole base. I am doing good, thank you very much. How about you? There we go. We'll fill it in all the way until where the second part of our build is going to be, because we'll have to figure out the size of that. Yes, definitely like the look of that. And I think we'll do the same little element that we designed last time, because I really like the way... Oh god. I really like the way that looked on the other side. Oh yeah, we probably also need to make the little edge here for the bottom part. I'm not going to remove all those plants down here because I kind of like this little corner with the greenery. So I'm just going to let it kind of overtake it a little bit. There we go. This actually integrates just into the landscape for the most part. That's nice. There we go. And I guess we want to have... for as far as we can... close it off a little bit until it goes into the landscape. Yeah, definitely want to bring that line back because really like that feature from the other side. So now we have... I actually really like that it's not the same height on both sides. That's adding a little bit more interest to the build. Of course, we're going to build much more on the right side because we need much more space. But this already looks quite nice, I think. And of course I have overlapping, so this would be the only part I guess that wouldn't be possible on official. Is I'm gonna build another one of these, and then here it's gonna overlap inside of the already existing walls. But if you would want to build something like this on official, you would just leave this one out and only do the one on the outside, I guess. Just adds in a little nice line for these modern builds, and I'm really enjoying that. I've built far too... I feel like I've built a lot of things on the island because we had a lot of time. But somehow I also feel that I didn't do enough for some styles, because every time I build in a style, I'm like, oh yeah, I should build more on this. This is fun. But the modern builds are definitely very fun because it's quite easy to make very big builds that still look good, because it's all about these minimalistic shapes, I guess. Oh yeah, and then we had the little edge there as well. Was that on purpose? I think, yeah, it's just part of the look. But it is an overlap, so... Actually, it's also just part of the window. And partly overlap, so it's partly normal, partly overlap. But I think we like that little line to be there. Give some shape to the build. Okay, I like that. So this is gonna be part of our storage area. So basically this whole part that we just built is all gonna be storage, which is quite a lot of space. If you're gonna place like vaults or even tech storage down here, I think you can probably stack up quite a bit before it's completely full. Because what you would most likely do is like have vaults and then maybe, you know, add another layer to add more vaults everywhere. Now the question is whether we keep this one in the middle. Probably not, but it also depends on what the second part of this build is going to look like. I think for now what I really need to start figuring out is some of the infrastructure for the base. I really like this central hangar, basically. It really looks like a spaceship should land there. But it's going to be used for dinos, of course. Which I like, and I like the amount of space we have. I think probably you can fit quite some dinos in here. Also some big ones without much trouble. You can even have flyers coming in and everything. But we need a way up to the top. So one way would be to add a staircase somewhere over here. Where would this end up? Right over here. I think that could actually work. And we could even have two of them if we wanted to. Let's see what it looks like before we make them. Because I think what we would do is just have a stair like this. Going up. You have plenty of space to still turn around. And you're up to the like landing pad. I think it would be kind of nice to have symmetry going on there. There we go. Oh, there is no symmetry because there's less space on this side. Okay, well, in that case, we're not going to do it. Because then it's going to look very weird if there's more space on this side. Oh, yeah, there's no symmetry in this room. That is, it's kind of, oh, I know that's because of the door. Yeah, okay. The door is 2. No, why is that? This whole shape is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, yeah, okay, I guess because we placed this door there, it's not in the middle. Because there is no middle. We could place the door over there. Yeah, I think I might do that. So, I'm gonna make some slight adjustments to where I've placed this door on this side. Nothing too crazy. It's basically just so that this looks a little bit more lined out. So we're gonna remove these. We're gonna add some extra walls. We'll have to paint them, but I wasn't sure about the painting or the color that I picked yet. Anyway, I'm not sure. No, I don't think there were these above the door. We'll see. We'll close that up for now, because then what we could basically do... Now we can't make it too wide either, because it will run into that. Unless we bring it back a little bit. Let's see. Okay. For now, let's place back the gate. So that's where the gate goes. Yeah, I think that's actually a little bit better, because then it's also nicely in the middle of this section, which instantly looks a little bit nicer. We can have railings on both sides. Yeah, that looks like it's lined out where it's supposed to go. Like, it makes a lot more sense if you look at it from the hangar. It lines up with the other side as well. Although this is just a little bit higher because it's raised, but that's fine. Still lines up a lot better than the other side. Okay, so then we had the glass part. There we go. Yeah, I think this makes a lot more sense, to be honest. Okay, let's see. Do we have the tech gates? There we go. Might as well add them in on the other side as well. Yeah, this, I feel like this makes a little bit more sense. It's a little bit better centered in the room. Now, let's see if we do this, which I think this works. Because to be honest, you're not going to do that much up here anyway. It's mostly a platform, which can also open up. And then we can just connect these stairs all the way down. Can have some nice railings there. We have a little bit of space to hide something underneath if we want to. And then probably we also want to close these off. And then what I actually want to try out is, I forgot the beam only was this big, but probably we'll want to add in the beam as well. Okay, so there's actually one way now finally to get upstairs. So that would be through the lab. You can get up to the platform. I guess you can also get down from the platform by opening it if you want to. Oh, here you can actually see the difference between being painted white and the default color, which we'll have to paint again at some point, but that's fine. Yeah, I think it's obviously not the ideal place for a staircase. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's fine. You know, the alternative would also be, we could also just have a lot of teleporters where you would teleport around the base, but I think that would get very annoying. So yeah, I think that's fine. It's probably fine. We'll probably try and add a better connection as well on the other side. Okay, so we have fixed that little part. We have the start of our storage here. Now, I think in the ideal world, we would have a connection from our living quarters to whatever we're going to build on this side as well. So let's see. I think we actually want to maybe extend this foundation with another one to the side. Just because I think that might be a little bit easier. We'll have to do a little bit of housekeeping again. Because otherwise we'll have plants growing through the floor again. Which is also always a little bit weird. There we go. There we go. Okay, because now when we do that, it means that this door is actually also centered to whatever this main room is going to be. So the main room is going to be 6. Which I guess will be fine. Since we're building on a big scale, we can definitely make that work. So I think we'll at least have to raise this another level. So we'll have to have a wall here at least for this other part of the build, because we want to have it line up with the main structure over there. So at least it will have to be this high, which I think is certainly very doable, because we also want to have an industrial forge and everything, and the replicator probably being inside as well. So what we actually will do is we might actually raise this up another 2. Or maybe even... No, let's start with 2. Because then we can actually try and line it up a little bit with being part of this build. Okay. So yeah, that's gonna be... It's gonna be a big addition back there. But I think it will be nice in the end, and we'll have all the place that we need to make this the ultimate modern tech base. That's kind of the whole point of this. Actually, what I think we'll do again is we'll have one of these lines going on again at the edge of the build. Oh yeah, that even matches up with the other line. That's kind of nice, because it almost looks like it's one line, but it's actually layers that aren't connected. So that's good. That is quite nice. Okay, so here we're gonna want to have the roof just extend like that. Probably it makes the most sense to have a double window here. Like so. Like, even though we have the triple window here, I feel like if you line it out, it does make more sense to have it over there. I don't know. Don't know if it matters. Because now we lined out the window with the roof. But if you would line it out with the inside, you want to have it over here, I guess. Choices, choices, choices. Yeah, so if we do that, and we do it from the inside, that definitely looks better from the inside. And then this, I guess, has to be there from the outside. That's still fine. Yeah, I think it makes more sense to line these up from the inside, actually. So we're gonna go for... That's not the one I wanted. So yeah, now it's the windows are nicely lined up with the inside, which I guess is preferable. Okay, and then this is basically where you'd enter the workshop. I think we'll at least have like some kind of platform going on here. Where basically we can look out over the rest of the workshop. And then we'll have a staircase going down here, maybe? Is that the best spot? No, probably actually it's better to have it on the other side. To have it over there. Since this is the connecting wall and we still need to figure out how we're gonna actually make that all work. Okay. For now, for the inside. That makes sense. Probably we're gonna have these. Yeah, does it make sense to have double doors there? I feel like it does, because then we could just have, at least from a perspective of living inside this, it could just continue the normal way. Would we have a window here? Because I'm pretty sure this is going to be part of the build, right? Yeah. So it's probably not going to be able to have a window there, unfortunately. Because this would be the roof. I think at least. Yeah, I guess that is the best way to do it. Although I guess what we could do... we could just extend it like this. And then from the living quarters, you would just have a door like this. Or two doors, I guess. Or would it be... no, I don't want to make it even higher. I was going to say, or should we use a gate again like we did downstairs? But I don't think that would fit, because then we need to make it even higher. And then this is going to be pretty much equally as high as the main bit. I don't think we want that. Okay. So we have this shape going on. Yeah, that's all right, I think. I think we'll just fill in the ceiling for now. Basically, the way I do the design for these modern buildings is I think in the main shapes first. So often that means just filling in the main shape, seeing what it looks like, and then starting out trying to add in some details. I think this is actually one too far. There we go. So I have a little bit of interference with this tree. That probably has to go. Because it's gonna also be on the inside, and there's so many trees anyway behind us. I don't think we'll necessarily miss it in the look. It's a little bit too close. That tree oh no, that's also actually in. Is it? Let's see. Well, that's just the top of it. We might keep that one around for now. Because I kind of like the house being like on the edge of this forest. Looks kind of cool, you know, having that as a backyard. Probably not ideal if you're trying to survive, but then again, there is not that much danger right around the corner. So it shouldn't be, you shouldn't have too many like very dangerous things right at the back of this base anyway. Okay, so this would be the main shape of the base so far. I think that is definitely coming together. I feel like I do want to extend this just a smidge to have a little hang over the cliff. We'll see how far we can actually do that. I guess I can add a couple of them here. But then I will be probably limited at some places as well. Because if I now try to add the little edge... oh, nope, that's not the little edge. Yeah, we can't add the little edge already. So that would mean we could only go that far. I don't know if that's worth the hassle of having to work above the thing. And the thing is, I don't want to have like weird pillars below. Doesn't really fit the nicely stylized modern builds. What I might do again is the little extension, of course. Because we can basically extend the whole build by like 2. Because I think if I do this, again, I can't connect that. So we'll have it like this because we want to have the edge around. And I think what I actually will do in this case, instead of doing the same corner we do all the time, we're going to actually make the corner come up like so. Could we do this all the way? No, we need foundation support, right? Such a shame that the foundation support is so limited. Because that could be kind of cool. But I guess that shape isn't going to be possible. That might be throwing a little problem. On the other side, yeah, I just did the stairs over there. What I ended up doing was actually a little rework. So first, this gate, you can see where I placed the new wall, new roof, because it's not black yet. I basically moved the whole gate to the left. So it's in the middle of these two. And that meant that I had a little bit more room on the inside to add the staircase right here. And you can have a staircase going up. An elevator might actually not be a bad shout. I might actually try that instead. What is the medium size? How big is that? Oh, that's very big. What's the small elevator? I so often forget that these things are in the game. How is the small one exactly 1 and then the medium one is so much bigger? Like, why is this 3 by 3? Ooh. What I might actually do instead of having the force field... No, I think having the elevator instead of the force field might be weird. I guess we can just add a small elevator. Where would it need to be though? Because we have these walls here. Okay, let's see what we can do. Because I kind of like the thought of having an elevator here. Especially because this is like the laboratory side for my build. Okay, so... yeah, the only problem is that it is a 1-by-1 thing. That makes it slightly more difficult to implement. We do have a little bit of extra space here. So we could actually have it in here, I think. So it would end up right there. That should be fine. Let's see. Okay. I don't actually have power source yet. So for now, what we'll do is we'll place it right there at the top. I think that actually works really nicely. Because when it's up, you just don't see anything. And we have this little track going on. We have all the space left. That's actually really nice to add. That works very nicely. Okay. For this side, I'm not quite sure if I actually think that if I could continue this shape all the way to the top, it could be a nice shape, but we'd have a problem with foundations that I don't think we can really solve without having a pillar. And a pillar would go down a long way here. Which I don't know if we can make look good. So maybe we'll have to not do that idea. What we can try is see if our normal little trick works out. It actually does work out. It does overlap a little bit. I don't know if that's a bad thing or if that's okay. We'll see. Yeah, but shape-wise, I don't really like that too much. I think we do need to try and find a way to extend the build a little bit. Yeah, we kind of want to make it go a little bit further. That would be nice. So this could go at least that far. Okay. This would go down there. We'll see. We'll try and see if we can make this work somehow. So in an ideal world, this would have to go down and still be supported. But that would have to go down all the way. That's too much. We can't have the supports going down that far. So I guess this layer is out of the question. This layer we could make work, I think, because if we can just have it up to there, I think that is still doable. That we can definitely make that look good, I think. There we go. Maybe we could even... No, actually, no, because we need... What we do need to place is have a little pillar going down as a support, because then we'll basically hide some support inside this build. And that gives us a little bit of extra room. Okay, well, this one needs to go as well. Okay, there we go. That will give us a little bit of extra space. It's not much, but it's a little bit. Now, how far out can we now place these? Only 2. That's not great. Why is it only 2? I guess we need to have the pillar actually on the edge. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, we can actually now have these. And you can't really see those that well. But does it give me... No, it doesn't actually give me a foundation layer. Because it doesn't quite hit the corner here. And I would have to go all the way down. That's so annoying. But how about... Okay, we could add in a foundation here. Why can we only place it there, though? I guess it's all right. Like, it's not ideal, but it's all right. Because now we could actually place the last bit, which allows us a little bit more room to play with at the top, which is kind of nice. Because now we could still go for this. And then I guess this would now start from here. If we want to do the same shape, will definitely gives us a little bit more room to work with. There we go. So now it doesn't actually overlap with the other one. It's not perfect, that is for sure. It's not ideal. It's a little bit of a clunky shape. I guess that's just the way ARK works. You need either pillars or foundations to make it all work. I think we'll have to go for this. I think we have no other choice. It's also getting almost dark, so let's change this time of day a little bit so we have a little bit more light again. Yeah, so it's definitely not the ideal look, but I think we're gonna have to work with it, and I have a feeling that we can make it work. I guess in theory, to add a little bit more shape to it, we could in fact try and make this end a little less flat. Because we could in fact still do this. You could still have the edge around this for sure. But we could also just do... No, I think you probably want the edge around, don't you? Let's see what it would look like without the edge. There we go. So we get this little thing, which already hides part of this big flat thing that we had to make. Okay. Yeah, so now it's less of a flat shape. That's definitely helping. It would be so great if I could just continue that diagonal without having to have a support going on there, but oh well, that is ARK. If only they could give us a little bit more space from the initial foundation. Why can't I place this little corner? That is so disappointing. Oh well, I guess it is what it is. Oh, but I guess we would also have to think of something to actually integrate this with the build. What if we try this? That's definitely feels like it could work, that shape. Okay, let's fill this in as well, just to be able to judge a little bit more clearly where the building is going. This would be there as well. Not that you'd really see that from the outside. There we go. Adding in the little edge again. Oh, and that I'm allowed to place, but I can't place that one. That's super weird. I guess I kind of want to just have it stop over here. Go. Okay, that is starting to come together. We have a little extra ledge there now. Now we need to figure out this situation. Do we just go straight up like this? We could. I guess that can work. And then basically what we have over here is a little balcony almost, I guess. I don't know if we could extend this anyway. Not really without foundations, I guess. All right, let's fill this side in as well. There we go. So I guess for the glass, you want to end it here. Because then it lines up with the little edge that we got going on there. The question is, what do we do with the tiny edge that we have? It's not really big enough to be like a flyer platform. Although that would be nice, of course. Like you could definitely, if we make a gate out of here, this would definitely be a place where you can fly in an RG. So we could go for this. Might be nice. go. We just make this little detail going on. All the way through. Okay. Can we do that for this one as well? We should be able to. There we go. That's that little shape added there as well. Yeah, this is a big ass base. I'm curious. I don't think I will actually place it here, but can we now fit this thing in? Oh, this is still too big. Yeah, this is way too big, man. No cloning facilities for us just yet. I don't think I would use it anyway, so. Alright, let's make our little edge go all along, because then we can look at this front side and see if we actually like what we've come up with so far. It's maybe not exactly what I would have wanted. I would have loved to work with more of an overhang, but yeah, that's just the limits of ARK, I guess. Without having pillars or random foundations on the floor. But we still have a very large base going on, so I don't think we'll run out of space for having everything that we want in here. So that's gonna be... it's gonna be fun. Oh, it's gonna start raining again. Please don't rain! No rain, please. Okay. There we go. Such a long trip. I guess for now we don't make the back of this just yet. Kind of just want to make this go all the way back. Because then we can get a better understanding of whether we like the shape that we've created so far. I think I definitely want to try out a little bit more on the roof, because otherwise this is going to be a very big flat surface. Which I don't think is going to be the most interesting thing that we can do with this. Also, we have that roof as well. There's so much potential space on this base. This is really a giant base. Okay, well. There we go. Yeah, the edge really helps add in the shape of the building. One thing I'll say is that it's kind of hard to judge, because of course we painted the left side already a little bit. And we didn't do that here. But I think the lines that I see over here are quite nice. I'd almost say like I would maybe add in like an extra line over here. Yeah, I think that actually really helps bringing a little bit more shape to this big build. Okay, and now why can't I? Okay, for some reason I had to pick up the greenhouse wall there. I guess what I did wrong here was I have to line it up a little bit more with the other wall, apparently. There we go. Because now I can actually do this one as well. Which again, you probably can't do on official, but you don't really need it for the build. It's just to add in an extra little bit of shape on the inside as well. Having those lines be there. Yeah, I think that actually adds so much to the build. It's kind of crazy how much that changes it. Alright. Yeah, that is good. Now, I want to kind of start filling out a little bit more of the roof. I think actually what I'm gonna try is gonna include these parts. So yeah, what I want to do is I want to have a little extra shape to this build. Even more shape, I guess. How high do I want to make this piece? Actually, to add in even more color, will I do it? No, I'll stay away from the wood. Okay, let's see. It's such a shame that there is no less steep way of making a roof. Because that's quite steep. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that as much as I thought I would. So I guess we're gonna have a more flat roof than I thought. I kind of wanted to have like a little shallow bit that would stand up, but because you can't really make anything more shallow, like the only way would be with ramps, I guess. The only problem is there's no walls to connect to them. So, for example, if I would fill this layer in, and I would start making a ramp going up like this. This is a pretty nice steepness, but now I can't fill in this wall. Like, this is too much, and otherwise I'm gonna basically have gaps. Because the best thing to do would be playing around with these. So yeah, that's not ideal, I think. Which I guess means we're gonna have just a very flat roof that we might be able to find a use for. We might not. That is fine, I guess. The other idea would be to add another A-frame to this. But do we need that? Probably not, is the answer. Okay. Let's just say that I would try that. How long do we want to make it? Because I guess I could make a smaller one, that wouldn't be too much of a problem. Like something like this, we could fit in. What does this look like? And that's in a little bit of shape, but I think we would want a little bit more. So first, before we actually build this, let's just check out the way the shape looks. Yeah, it does really help fill out that flat part on top of there. The only thing is that I would like not to go and make like a big A-shape, A-frame down there again. So that would mean that it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. I guess that could work. It's just a very oddly shaped A-frame, I guess. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. It's actually, yeah, way wider than it is long. Yeah, maybe we do not do that. I think it doesn't make sense. Because then we would... Yeah, we would have to extend the back of the build way too much. Alright. So I guess we can fill in the roof. A big ass roof. Okay, so we have this as a build. I guess it still works. I almost think that I might have made the middle A-frame could have been maybe like a little bit higher, but we're not going to change that around, obviously, because that would take pretty much everything. Will have to be changed, and we're not going to start that now. And honestly, it's like the size that we need is definitely already there. Jeez, this building in these trees is not the most convenient, but we'll get there. There we go. If only there was a faster way to place down all these walls. There we go. We arrive at the trees again. Oh, this is very difficult to see what I'm doing. But we're getting there. And back we go. Where did I just place? I was gonna say. Where am I placing this? Oh yeah, that's not ideal actually, but Is there anything we can do about that? Probably not. I think I'm actually just gonna leave those out. Because I think that will be less annoying than leaving them there. There we go. Working around the tree. I placed one down here again. Two actually. Yeah, imagine the amount of element you would need together. I think if you actually want to build this in survival, you probably are better off just using metal because it looks almost the same and it's a little easier to get. Unless you really want to show off. There we go. Now we'll just fill in the little top of this. And we have a little border for the build all the way through. Jeez, I was hoping that I would pretty much finish this build. And I think shapes-wise, we're definitely there. But there's so much that we still need to do to make this into an actual finished build. Not just finishing off like filling in the walls, adding in some last details and everything. But just to have the stairs in the right places, elevators, doors, I don't know. And then having all the decorations for like adding all the structures in on the inside as well. But yeah, adding in these railings definitely helps a lot already to get this thing going. That is good. The only thing that I'm worried about now is that sticking through is not ideal. Of course, what we can do is we could add a beam of support on the inside. Which I kind of like the idea of. Besides the fact that I made this door which doesn't line up with the inside of this thing. I might... Yeah, it's now lined up with the center of this, which is nice, but it's not with the center of the inside. So probably what I'll do with the interior is trying to find a way to make it less annoying that it isn't lined up, I guess. For some reason, I've also lost the previews again for the item that I'm using. I mean, it makes for an interesting shape. I'll say that. Okay, there we go. I actually think that we'll add in a door here. There we go. And then probably we'll just have some stairs going down like that. There we go. We'll have a little stair like this with these little railings. I think that's probably the best look to go for. And now at least we can access this roof as well. If we need to, we can get there. It's connected to this side. And I'm honestly thinking about adding in an elevator to get up to this part. Like maybe over there could have an elevator. We'll see. This we actually probably also want to connect up like so. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's all filled in. That works. Why is this? I guess that fills it in. And here we only need one. To be honest, that might even make more sense here as well, just to fill this in. Yeah, I think that makes more sense, from at least from that hangar, the main garage. Yeah, I think just for the use of space, this is also gonna go. Think we're gonna do it like that. I think we're just gonna fill those walls in. Same here. We're gonna, well, we're not gonna fill those in right now, but at least gonna have those all flat. Okay. I think that makes sense. Then we probably want to add in some kind of wall over here. However, I think because we want to have it dino accessible, we'll have a gate to go to that place. I don't think I'll place in the physical gate, because that would be just opening and closing a lot. But I think it would be nice to have some division between that storage bit and this main room, because otherwise it's going to be very, very big. And this also means that there's another wall where we can place storage against, I guess. Yeah, this is definitely big enough, and there's some plants growing inside, which we definitely do not want. Wait, my tools are up here. There we go. Okay, perfect. That is one thing solved. Oh, I love those light beams coming in. That's so good. Yeah, I'll have to change all these walls to be like this. Look at the difference. So that we can actually look outside. But I'll do that after the stream, because otherwise that will be so much time of me just doing that, which I don't want to put you through. I kind of think that we need to have that going on there so that you don't look into whatever that is. Yeah. I think we just fill in this whole back wall with glass, honestly. And then it's figuring out the exact way that we're going to decorate the inside of the building, because that is also something that we need to do. But at least the main structure is getting pretty close to being done, which is very exciting because this is a giant base. Like this could house a very big tribe very easily. Well, it's gonna be a very, very big glass building. There we go. Almost done. Well, I think we actually... Oh, wait. What the heck? We missed a couple. Let's see what we did here on the front. Of course, we have this little front building here. Yeah, but we kind of want to have the line of tech sloped walls alongside the building. There we go. Yeah, and then we kind of need to make this little edge. If we... Oh god. I think we can't place it everywhere. Yeah, I was planning on using like a custom cosmetic, but they're broken for me. So I've installed a mod which just changes normal greenhouse walls to make them more clear. I think it's literally called like fix greenhouse glass or something like that. Which the good thing about this, if I would remove the mod, the building is still there. They would just change back to default, which I kind of like, because then if the mods break, like let's say they did this week, you could still play, just remove the mod and it would just look like the normal texture. But I like being able to see out of the greenhouse walls. I don't know why they haven't just given us a like proper glass wall at this point. Feels like that should be part of it, maybe like part of the metal blocks, or definitely part of the tech blocks. But I found this to be a good solution, because then you can actually use them as windows and see stuff. Yeah, I don't think I can go underneath there. Gonna have that little edge going on over there. Yeah, with this, it looks already a lot better than what it used to be. But yeah, if I would just have like a clear glass wall, that would be great. You can make both sides. Yeah, you could definitely make both sides like this. You would have a lot of space. I kind of wanted to have like the difference on both sides. But yeah, if you do both, you have a lot of space. You will never run out of. Well, you probably will. You always run out of space. Let's be honest. But this is this would be a big ass base, which kind of makes me sad that I'm building it at the end of the island, where I'm probably not going to use it as a base anymore, because before I know it, this would take so much time before the stairs go down. Yeah, we definitely need an elevator here. I'm right at like the southern little bit, like right down here. I used to have my starter base here, and I've now rebuilt it into this tech modern monstrosity. Yeah, there is a custom cosmetic skin, but mine are not working for some reason. Like I can't add them to the things, which is a shame. But the little mod works for now. Yeah, I think we kind of want to have some of these beams that we have also at the back, even though in this case where I've placed it, you do not see that much from the back. I think we still want to add the details, because otherwise it's just a big glass wall, especially since this side doesn't have the little addition that we built on the front. There we go. Yeah, for me the cosmetic glass doesn't work either. That's why I installed the little mod on the server to make it work. I don't know, it used to work, because I have, even on this server, I have other cosmetics that I've used to try it out, and I was like, oh nice, it works. And then I wanted to start this build, and I was like, why doesn't it work anymore? No. I planned all around it. I feel like this little platform here is something that would make Star Wars proud, because there ain't no railings. It's very dangerous, so I feel like I should probably add some railings. There's honestly not much to this little bit, because I couldn't extend it anymore without adding pillars. But I guess you could at least use it to fly in, and we can have it as a little balcony to enjoy the view, because this is a very nice location on the map and very safe as well, which is always nice too. Okay, let's continue with these little designs, because I get distracted so easily. Okay, we connect this up to there. There we go. That's that little design going on as well. You still can't play since the last update for us, and on I know I host a little community server, and there's a lot of console players on there as well. But since I think yesterday, everything was fine again. Everyone could join. Okay, so we need to add it here. There we go. And of course here it will actually go down further, because there's no addition that we build on this side. That's fine. There we go. that works perfectly actually. It just about doesn't hit the actual building again. Alright, so now we have that going on. What does it look like on the inside? That actually, I'm so happy that I can do the overlapping. I'm sorry if you're trying to do this on official, but yeah, it really helps adding some extra structure and extra details to the inside as well. That is quite nice, to be honest. I think I'm actually just gonna fill in these walls, because I don't think we would use this space, because it's not flat since the A-frame is there, and it makes it a little bit easier to build from, I think. And I think we'll turn this corner into an elevator. I've heard a lot of people actually playing the game for the first time. That's so good to hear. I must say, I played a little bit of ARK Evolved, like back in the day, but I never played it that much. I always played it a little bit. I barely did any boss fights and stuff like that, so I never really finished the maps. But now I've really made it an effort to actually finish it, and with the new build system, that's what really has kept me into it, because it's just so good. You can do a lot with it. Okay, so we'll do that. There's a little support. We've got the little elevator going up and down there, and then we'll add a safety railing here, of course. So this will just be where we can have a lookout over our little workshop. I don't actually need these. I guess they are just to add in some detail. We can do whatever we want. Yeah, this is a big ass build. We can definitely have a bunch of stuff in here. All right, let's grab a tech generator to see whether we would actually need just the one, or whether we need more. I think I should be okay with just the one. I could place it right here on the top. But that means that I could also just place it right here. Yeah. It would be great if I just need one. Let's show the range. Let's check it just to be sure. We definitely have enough space on that side. And on that side. That's good. I love the range of these guys. Alright, there we go. So now, well, as soon as I add element to it, this should be completely powered up, and we can start adding in all the technology that we need. I feel like a lot of the interior is going to be based around that. For example, we can yeah, behind one of the secret walls would be good as well. Since this is this whole room that I designed right now is basically my workshop, so I don't really mind it that much if it's like visible, because I mean it is a workshop after all, so it's kind of what you would expect. I feel like it kind of makes sense to try and have this somewhat central. Like, that looks kind of cool. That can be the most central thing in this room, which I feel like that makes sense, right? It's basically where you craft everything. Of course, we could add like the fabricated and stuff just to add in more detail, but yeah, this would be enough. And I kind of like having it there. It's gonna light this whole place up when it's on. That's good. Did I have any element with me? I don't think so. No. Probably because I cleared out my inventory. Might have some on my creeper here. Do I have elements? I've got a little bit with me. Let's see. Because then we can at least turn this on. This will power for a while. Yeah, this looks cool here. It's facing this door, but to be honest, in reality, you would probably use that door. If you want to fly in on an RG, that's definitely the easiest door to get into. Alright, we'll turn that off for now. Probably also actually want to add in a gate here. We might also add another one of those gates in here, just because I have my Rhinianetha, and if I would ever use that, I think I already had that in the inventory. You would probably want to do it. Oh, the only downside is this is a 3x3. And this is an even building, so it doesn't actually line up. How big is the behemoth one? Okay, that's big, but I don't think it's too big. Again, it's 5x5. I made this place too even. Maybe there's no entrance for the Rhinianetha here. It can't go in. I'm guessing, yeah, the same would be for the elevators. I guess it's even. That's not... Usually that is great for ARK if you're trying to make an A-frame, for example. But I guess if you're trying to line out the cellar doors, it isn't. It isn't a great number. But I guess we could always land the Rhinianetha here and then just go inside. It's a shame they can't fit. Or actually... Ooh, what if? What if we do something crazy here? Nope, nope. Why did I drop it? I needed it. What if I place a bigger gate here? Or is this way too... Yeah, this is way too big. It's bigger than the whole building. Too bad. Okay. Yeah, I guess the Rhinianetha is not coming in. He's got to stay outside. He can only go into the lab. This is... No, this is 4x4. I mean, I guess there would be a way to make it work. Yeah, we could actually make it work, to be honest. A little redecorating is needed, but we can definitely still have the thing. And I think it would be nice. But you basically only need to do this if you want to be able to fit in a Rhinianetha. Because if we do an edge like this, we can basically still center it. And I guess it also adds a little bit of use to this big ass roof. Instead of just being, I don't know, empty. Could collect a lot of water up here as well. If there were solar panels in ARK, this would be a great base. Place all the solar panels down. Alright, I think now I should be able to fit in this big boy. There we go. Right like that. Don't auto open, just auto close, please. There we go. Makes life a little bit easier, and we'll fill in the front of here as well. There we go. Can we actually place a pillar border around this? Might not be. Oh yeah, we can. Just as a little safety border, and designating this area to this. This is good because that makes our whole workshop very accessible with even the biggest of creatures here on the island. Can just fly right in. That is very good. I think it's about time to change our time again. We'll clear the sky so it doesn't instantly start raining when I change it. Okay, well that is some function added. We've added the replicator already. Were there any other big machines? The cloning chamber definitely too big. That thing is ridiculous. I guess the tech transmitter. You probably don't want to start like a boss fight from here. But just, you know, like transferring to some other place in the cluster or something. This could definitely work. You know, because as soon as Scorch comes out, this is probably going to be a cluster for me and my friends. So then we could, you know, have our own personal little transportation device right there. Yeah, that sounds good. I guess in the same sense, does it make sense to add the world's tiniest elevator up here as well? There we go. And now it should actually work. Why? Oh, I was flying. I was like, why is it not taking me up? But I was flying. Yeah, this works. So we have world's tiniest elevator will take us here and up to the roof if we need to. That is good. What else do we need to place? I think that's most of the big tech structures. I guess you would also want to forge. But I doubt that we would have any issues fitting that in. Could even add it to the back of this thing. Both be very, very central. But then one is facing this way, the other one is facing that way. Nicely together. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Because you're close to your storage, you come out from the storage, you can put it in there, you can put it in there. You can fly in there, land. Whatever you need. That's a good start, I think. And there's a bunch of other things that we probably want to add. I don't think that I'll do the entire decoration now on stream, just because we've already been building for 2 hours, and I find it usually it's the best to take some breaks from building if you've been going for a long time, just to make sure that you are still inspired and ready to go. But I think we definitely did a very good addition to the base today. Yeah, this is very close to what I had in mind. Just a little bit disappointed with obviously the edge of the cliff, but that's also down to me picking the spot on the cliff. But I think the location itself is just too good. Like this view, having this view and this base, definitely very nice. So I'm not sure whether I'll finish up the interior on another stream, or maybe I'll finish up the interior on my own, but I'll definitely be making a video about the whole finished build when it's done, because it is a big one. But I think this is definitely what I challenged myself to, like making a big tech base, obviously easily replaceable by metal, probably more reasonable, but like basically the base of all bases, the base that has everything you need for your survival needs, and also look cool. And I think we're definitely getting there on the looking cool part. I'll play around with the paint, because as I said at the start, I definitely like having these beams on top and they're black. These are actually painted white, so they're a little bit lighter than they usually are. I don't think that I want to have the roof also black, because I feel like it blends in too much. So maybe I'll keep the roof like it is by default, because I do like that texture. I also debated of maybe adding a color to it, but that might be too much. I don't know. That takes away a little bit too much from the modern tech look, I think. So I'll see. I'll play around with some more painting, but so far this has been a great and fun project. Probably the last big build that I do on the island, since we have hopefully just 2 weeks until Scorched Earth. But I might try and build an underwater base as well, with like the tech things where you can breathe. This depends on how much time I have. Basically depends on how long it takes to finish this build. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today for the live stream. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to see more cool ARK builds. Soon we're going to be moving on to Scorched Earth. In the meantime, we'll have the rest of this build. I'm also doing some modded builds on Svartalfheim. So much more ARK content. And if you're looking for a place to build on a nice little PvE community where you can just build without worrying, we have a lovely little community server going on as well. Just join the Discord that is in the description, and you can just join for free right now. Of course, there's only 2 weeks left on the island, so not sure how much you can do, but there is a lovely community on there. That's always also the best place to share your builds. If you have some cool builds, or maybe you've done one of my builds somewhere else and you're taking your own spin with it, feel free to share it on Discord or maybe on Twitter. And then I'll see you in one of the next streams or one of the next videos. Goodbye.